Hey there, Speed Gaming. We're back for game 2 between cemo and Kevnastics. And as this is a playoff match, Kevnastics, being the lower seed, is going to choose the settings. And we got to pick for week 4. So we're going to see random start, which is run with full countdown. And it's on vanilla map with boss shuffle. And we'll get through explaining that in just a bit. But let's reintroduce myself as Aussie 101. We got Hockey Towner on tracking. And then once again, it is Glove with me on comms.
Yeah, super excited for this second game. Week 4 settings were pretty unique, I would say. I definitely understand why Kevnastics chose these. There are a lot of coin flips, and I think, generally speaking, when
Oh
you
boy.
are maybe. Well. Lower Norfair 4. Well, that's not actually that many, because you're also going to be finding morph here.
Yeah, it's 3 items at the start even. It's always Varia, always Morph, and another item to get out.
Right. So, yeah, it makes sense, actually. Um, but yeah, I'm inclined to say, generally speaking, if you are um, trying to go for an upset victory, a lot of the times what you want to do is you want to win exactly one coin flip and then have the seed be straightforward from there on out.
Uh, that does get you a lot of time. Like, you can spend a lot of time working your way back to that one location that you might have missed.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing Lower Norfair, which is it's a very interesting start. We're gonna see which item exactly they get past the key hunters, since that's gonna be required in the logic. Get 2 more checks at Hodarubi and 3 Musketeers with the help of that Powerbomb pack.
Oh, and poor Kev here. This is not an easy jump to make. You need to know. I wish Kev would try to bonk the ceiling first to see how far up he is. Yeah,
Yeah, I hate that wall jump
unfortunate.
in the dark.
Yeah,
Just a
Kev just
2-minute
needed to
loss.
do like a little extra baby wall jump there.
And we're gonna see what the item is on Seema's side. Since key hunters are gonna kill you in 1 hit at this point, we get a Spazer Beam. That's a lot of
Of
shots.
course. It's
Oh no.
oh. Can Cemo shoot from this side if they crouch?
Maybe horizontals? The
Yeah.
camera might scroll over too far. Oh, he's flying back up.
I have never
Saving
seen
it.
a key hunter. I've never seen a key hunter fly
He did.
back up like that.
Me either. Wow.
But yeah, Simo was in this exact situation. I believe it was the final week, maybe, in their race against Derp, where they started LN and got Spazer.
I'm not sure exactly how many shots it is, but it's a lot. People have been practicing how to get out without killing any of them, but that's too risky. So it's gonna take the time to shoot them out.
Yeah, and Kev did make it past that devious wall jump. So he's going to be a little bit behind, but it's not really a huge deal. Like,
Simo
there's
took a bit
obviously
of a
tons of.
lots of C left. Simo took a bit of time loss as well. Just getting that key hunter in the right place.
Mm-hmm.
Slight balance. Yeah. And we're playing vanilla map. What does that mean?
Yeah, so vanilla map just means that the map is positioned exactly as you'd expect, contrary to the area randomization from last time. Obviously the random start meant that we started at one of a pretty large pool of locations around the map. Full countdown, if you look in the top left, basically whenever you're in an area, it tells you how many unique major upgrades are left. So, for example, there is one more here in Lower Norfair that our runners may find later on, whereas there are two more here in Up North. Uh, make jokes at your own discretion. And boss shuffle just means that the locations of the bosses are shuffled around. So we could find Fantoon at Kraid, we could find Ridley at Dragon. The only rule is that it cannot be entirely vanilla. So at least one of the bosses has to be in the wrong spot, which means at least two of them have to be in the wrong spot.
So we're mostly going to keep an eye on the countdown part of this for now. We've already dealt with the random start. And then part of random start is, like Kev doesn't have missiles yet. Cemo's able to find one at Wave Beam Missile. And you need those as well as supers to open these doors.
Mm-hmm.
Typically, you already have supers by the time you get to this point in the map. But
yeah. So depending on where you start, there can be a couple changes to mainly door colors.
yeah, so part of practicing for this is knowing all the changes that are made as part of random start.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, full countdown is one of it's a fairly recent addition to Varia within the past year or two, and this is the first time, to my knowledge, it has been implemented in a tournament setting, and I think it's been really well received. It feels like the best of both worlds between full rando and major minor.
I agree with that. But you get to use the counter to judge how much of a region to clear. How much to skip even. Like, if you just see a 1 on your counter, you could just leave the area entirely. But now that we have all the ammo types, might be more likely that that happens.
Yeah, it definitely greatly reduces the number of feel bad Crocs or Red Towers or West Meridias you come across.
Yeah. So like in this, you can save Scum Croc just by saving beforehand and jumping in the door.
Mm-hmm.
But from where cemo is, that would be a long run around to get back. So probably not going to look for this last item here, unless it's in these 3 checks. Common sight is to, after your deal with random start, head back to Green Brinstar, where a lot of checks are. Just stock up on items there.
Yeah, and we have a pretty clear path to Green Britain here.
Yeah, like they have various suit, but they can't really get back to Lower Norfair, so you have to do something else first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. As of right now, we're 50-50 on bosses we can kill.
That's kind of the focus for the moment, I'd say. You can check Kraid's lair and get a scout on the boss, which is going to be that 50-50 whether you can kill it or not. Or you can put it off until later when you have higher odds of being able to kill that boss, and, like save the time it takes to save and reset.
Yeah. If you put it off though, and it is Fantoon specifically, that's gonna radically change how you route this seed.
Yep, I've played it both ways before. Been punished for skipping.
I like supering the platform. And this time, cemo does make it out. Very impressive.
You
That
super
mock
the
ball without ice is
platform so it
not
doesn't.
easy.
The platform tries to pull you away, so you can kill it. Yep. The iceless ice escape. Whether you do the boss or not, getting this item count is good.
Oh, interesting. Oh, cemo farming? Maybe they
If you
just
wanted to leave,
accidentally...
change their mind. You have a 1 in 3 at getting the item here.
Yeah. Alright, cemo will be checking the boss then.
Yeah, it's like once you've made this check, you're already halfway through the zone.
Yeah, so Dragon or Ridley, there's just nothing we can do for those bosses. Kraid guarantees we can find the one major upgrade here, and Fantoon gives us access to Rex Ship. Fantoon? No, it is Dragon. And that was in East Meridia 2. Which is a decently high count for an area that does not have many item locations.
It's certainly a number you want to note, since when you go into these shuffled bosses, you do get the item count for the area the boss is in.
And at this point where there's not really been opportunity for divergence, Kev's pretty much just been following cemo's path. If Kevnastics does skip Kraid, that could be a bit of gain time.
Yeah, like Kev could skip Kraid, also could stay in Upper Norfair, could make the croc check. It's like not out of decisions yet. But I'd say cemo taking the more common play, going up red tower. 0 items here, so skipping everything along the way.
Yeah. The other thing with us doing the croc play is there is still one item at croc that you can't get. So it can feel really bad. Ooh. cemo making a great play here for a red Brinstar with 0. They're probably just refilling power bombs.
Yeah, hopefully just power bomb refill. And again.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, depending on the items, the item count in Green Bryn, you might not necessarily be checking Etakun's area. So refilling your power bombs somewhere you know you can do quickly is fairly powerful.
Yeah, information's a little limited to like decide from there how you want to route this. 2 items in Green Brainstar. So you could find
Yeah, a little.
reasons to go to the Fireflies of Green Brinstar.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a little bit paltry here in Green Bryn. Usually you're hoping for at least 3, from what I've seen.
Especially this pink side. The items are pretty spread out, just looking for the 2 majors. We're probably going to see a peek in the door for the criteria / Blue Brinstar count. Kev still in upper Norfair. Took that early bit of time loss. I just won in criteria.
And it's not here. I wouldn't expect cemo to continue this play for just 1 upgrade, but maybe it looks like they will.
Another thing with Countdown is you can leave after finding 1 item or finding all the majors, but then that leaves you short on minors. So while this is just looking for the 1 item in this area, it's also picking up various minors.
That is true. And it's a fairly item-dense location to pick up miners. Shoutouts to Spacer.
It's like 3 shots at once. The value. Unfortunately, also going to see Kev take the time loss on Kraid's Lair boss, but does get the information on Dragon.
Alright. I wonder if this is going to be the end of cemo's Retro Bryn play. Those 2 items in Brinstar still are pretty tempting.
It matters a little how they want to continue afterwards. Like you could go up and then left down the elevator through Grimbrand, or the reverse, depending on whether you want to do wreck ship or not.
Yeah, wreck ship we have a 1 in 3 chance of being able to kill the boss. But if we don't check the boss there now, it's going to be quite a long time before we check it again.
After all these pickups through Grimbrand, could probably beat Ridley as well, and can beat all bosses. Depending on how nice the super distribution is.
Oh! Very nice find. Ice Beam isn't going to directly get us anything right now. If we find high jump boots, it could become relevant, though.
Opening up those bomb blocks from below, just to save a power bomb. Yeah, I think super packs are still really valuable.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not great with the power bomb math on Ridley, but I believe this is, if not enough, very close to being enough.
Power bomb math is divide by 3 to get your super count.
Oh, convenient.
And double it if you want double hits. A lot of number math.
Double hits, that would be enough then. but I don't like counting on a powerbomb Ridley.
A little early for that too.
Mm-hmm.
Still lots of Brinstar to clear up.
Yeah, absolutely. Like that super right here. Now you would only need to do 200 damage of power bombs, or 2,000. Also, interesting Mission Impossible skip from cemo.
This is part of seeing a 1 in the countdown box.
Mm-hmm.
Mission Impossible, relatively slow. Whereas the Brinstar Reserve, it's a lot of items, very quick.
All right. Eticoons as well. And there's the 1. So every boss is possible now. So I would say a wrecked ship play is decently likely here.
I guess you want to go to where the good items are. It's kind of the big plan right now. And a wrecked ship could still be like Ridley or Kraid, who's each maybe an item.
Mm-hmm.
So like maybe you don't want to go to wrecked ship off of that.
That's true. Crate does give you 1 major item, but generally that's not advisable to do a second dip of a crate that you know you can't complete. Sorry, we do still have the 1 here in criteria. And we can check, I believe, every location but 2 in criteria. Oh, there's the 1.
What was that?
That was Wave Beam.
Wave beam and back gauntlet.
Yeah. I don't really expect runners will ever get that.
Yeah, it's not too likely. See that picked up. Just
Maybe on the way to Turian.
It'd be on the way to Turian, and you find like not good supers or no plasma.
Mm-hmm. Alright, Cemo's probably thinking of safe scumming Rick Chip here.
So good chance that Kev is going to save time by not doing the lower part of Blue Brand, but is going to be down on a couple of those miners, which were mostly E-tanks, it looks like.
Mm-hmm. So if it is a Ridley fight here, that's pretty scary. Kev actually does have 1 more super than Cemo, though. Forget where he got that.
Yeah, interesting how that happened. Very nice CWJ.
Very nice CWJ. 2. Looked like a super at the top.
So we get a couple items that can check in Wreck Ship without Phantom. We get the ocean item here. There's spooky missiles, and I'm pretty sure the E-tank is also available because this is random start. And random start we get Varia tweaks on.
Okay, then yeah. The E-tank would be available.
Oh, but the door to it is closed because vanilla map.
Alright. So it's available if we just go through Meridia with the... Well, we have X-ray. This is more items than you would have in X-Ice.
We're seeing both of them visit the ship for that refill and save. And here's our boss check. It's a crate.
So 50-50 shot. Crate has a major item behind him.
It kind of like leads you into where to go next as well. Like from here, you're going back down to Kraid's Lair and Upper Norfair. But you do get that boss kill.
And Spring Ball, which is our first sort of jumpy item besides ice. We do have charge ice, which strictly speaking is a way to get through Three Musketeers, but not ideal.
I feel like now we're looking at high jumper gravity at Croc.
Could be true.
Or that other Upper Norfair item.
What do we have left in Upper Norfair? We have like the reserve locations.
Yeah, reserve and speed.
Right.
Sure, checks you probably want to do anyway for items.
Nice spring
high
ball
jump. You love to see spring ball used whenever possible.
Nice CWJ for Kev as well.
It did take a little bit longer, so like not gaining time off of that. And really needs to find some way to gain time in this race. As far as we know, this could be required spring ball.
It's true.
But yes, for cemo, we're going to get another Upper Norfair visit, and the Norfair Reserve and Speed Booster locations are more on path compared to Crocdor. And cemo can do high jump plus lava dive, but probably see them clean up the majors first.
Yeah, I mean, this is, in my opinion, pretty bad candidate for high jumpless lava dive, where you don't really have any movement items to help out with LN, and there are only a few locations where logical progression can be.
Yep, agreed.
So especially when there's a decent chance your logical progression is just high jump boots, which makes LN a million times faster anyway.
Yeah, then by doing LN first, you'd have the risk of needing to get those high jumps after anyway. Then you're just losing time off the play.
Yeah, very nice rising tide there from cemo.
Going for the wall jump.
Yeah, you know, may as well do 1 or 2 attempts at the hypo jump.
Giving up on the wall jump. Doing speed first sets up for the damage boost across a little easier. A bit more
To answer chat, that's so suitless never puts Dragon in logic. Also, for double spring ball jump, you do need high jump anyway.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure spring ball puts anything in logic. You guys had movement item maybe? Yeah, there's high jump. That's the other upper norfair item, as well as easier lower norfair access for that one item.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we
And I guess
can do Sulis Meridia stuff now as well. You would want grapple, but Spring Ball can overcome some of that stuff if you know how to double Spring Ball jump. Definitely slower though.
yeah, whenever I've tried to make that play of skipping grapple for double spring ball jumps, it's just gone for so slowly that it wasn't worth it.
Yeah, grapple's a great item.
You have vanilla grapple.
Now, if I recall correctly, there is one item left in Lower Norfair.
Yes, one item left there. So the item pool for countdown is everything on the tracker plus grapple and X-ray. They already have X-ray. So we have a short list on what can be down here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we know it can't be Wave because we've already seen Wave. And because Vari tweaks are on, we don't need Space Jump to get the one item above GT. Like Kev thought about the Alpha Peeps check, remembered the 0 majors here. I don't necessarily think looking at Alpha Power Bombs for minor items is objectionable, but I wouldn't do it here when you already have charge.
Yeah.
Yeah. Answer chat, why didn't Cemo get Wave at Gauntlet? It would have been slower. Like, it probably doesn't pay for itself time-wise.
Probably not. Going through Gauntlet, just power bombs. Just takes too long to do all that. So Cemo entering from the screw attack side gets to find a gravity suit.
This isn't a super fun loadout to fight GT. Like, grapple would make this a million times better.
If he had wave though, then could do. That's pretty good damage. Ace wave spacer shots.
It's true.
Like, they have pretty good super capacity, but it's hard to keep that number full. So you're coming into a GD fight where you can't really finish him off all that quick. And same for whenever they run into a Ridley. Either have to farm up or take a slower fight.
Mm-hmm.
It ended with charge shots.
Yeah. Yeah, to address chat, the runners did not skip the E-Tank check in Rick's ship. They couldn't access it because that door doesn't open until Fantoon is dead. Since this is still vanilla map.
No high jump only attempts. Go for straight for the spring ball jump.
High jump only. Is that a CWJ?
Yeah. CWJ.
Yeah, I think I tried that one a few times and decided it wasn't reliable enough for me.
Absolutely not, but I'd still like to see it.
Yeah, Cemo would be the person to do it. CWJ stands for continuous wall jump, or Carly Rae Jepsen if you're cool.
So it means you keep moving the same direction and you can wall jump, where a normal wall jump you have to turn around first.
Mm-hmm.
And it lets you keep your speed that way.
Yeah. The most well-known one would be the one over Moat that allows you to access fan tune early, which is how any percent does it. However, there are a handful. Yeah, we got to see it earlier on, but there are a handful of other CWJs that are relevant. Really only in Rando though.
Taco Tank.
Oh yeah, that's true. That is relevant if you're one of two people.
Yep, relevant to me.
Or oh wait, 3 because Zost. No.
Back to the race, we have cemo in just full go mode. Has charge beam with decent enough damage, both suits, as well as some movement items. So just has to play through the rest of the seed from here. Gonna finish Lore Norfair, and then Kraidslayer has Dragon. Go through Meridia.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not really anything I see Kev getting here that would bring him back into this race. Like, the best thing he would find is speed, and that's not even going to get him enough time. And he's leaving Norfair. I wonder if he's hard committing. Oh yeah, that is true. I was about to say, I wonder if he's hard committing to suitless, but I'm not sure Kev can do the double spring ball jump.
I don't think I'd expect that.
Yeah.
I'd expect checking West Meridia for gravity would be like a gamble that could put you ahead.
Yeah, like Mama Turtle.
Yeah, but this is also a case where cemo could just go through Lower Norfair and like beat the boss and get out, where Kevnastics is still gonna have to come back. So it could just be the 2A tanks not comfortable with that.
That's true. It's definitely a scary LN, 2E tanks, and you have 2E tanks, no gravity that you know of, and neither plasma nor screw, not even space. I wouldn't blame anyone for wanting to nope out on that.
Yeah, plus that very early death. Could always feel behind off of that. There's a lot of reasons to think that Kev would want to do something different.
Is Kev farming up for Dragon? This is not where you would want to get power bombs.
I don't know. Maybe it's Mama Turtle health.
Maybe.
Yeah, for power bombs, you could use the frog closet. And that Kraid's dead.
Alright, good entry. Let's see if Kev can get enough shots in to freeze this fish, though. Oh my goodness, that is so sad.
He could have jumped onto it from there, off the crowd.
Yeah, just opts for the spring ball. Ridley's being a bit of a jerk. No, this is not low ice. This is what Kev is doing is somewhat close to RBO.
Lord Norfair is out of major items, so just finding a power bomb behind Ridley. We are seeing 2 items in West Meridia, though, so good chance of running into something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at the moment, probably feeling good about making this play.
Now, I actually don't know. Does this charge beam that Kev has freeze the fish?
No, it doesn't.
That's unfortunate. So Kev's gonna have to go the long way around. I believe there's an unmorph down back you can do as well, but it's like weird timing.
It's not even a down back, just underwater physics movement. Yeah, fish is 300 health, beam does like 180 maybe. Maybe you could do like charge shot, missile, beam shot. I don't think you have time.
Yeah. That reserve tank does nothing. Kev is not getting the other item
resetting
here.
The turtle.
Oh, maybe.
No?
It's easy to forget things in a race.
It's like Kev's just dipping out and has to go back to like the Norfair region after this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, meanwhile, Cemo is out of LN.
Yeah, just cruising through the seed. Pretty steady like.
Yeah. Pretty clear path here. Just stop in Kraid's lair, kill Dragon, and then go into Meridia, kill Fantoon, and then it's just Turian.
Just need to put a little bit of thought into like how to manage ammo, but that's really about it.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because this is not air. Sorry. But yeah, this is not area rando, so we don't get the refill in Turian.
I was thinking more about the Dragon fight about to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you want to refill on supers for that?
Yep.
And then coming out of Dragon, you're going to have Botwoon after that to prepare for.
Yeah. So Mini Kraid's going to be Cemo's best friend here. Cemo's probably not grabbing wave. Like, I would be very surprised if Cemo went for wave.
But on this ammo here, it shouldn't save time.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had gotten it when they first saw it, like over the course of the whole seed, would have added up and didn't really pick up more ammo after that. But that's not something you'd know or expect to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Now this is low ice. Kevnastics, it's a clean lava dive, so all good over there.
Nice. Didn't even need the farm up.
Now, low ice Dragon is a pretty slow fight that you have to farm these goops to get ammo back or to kill her faster.
Mm-hmm.
And jump in with pseudo screws for 200 damage. But in doing so, you're going to take a hit yourself. And health is pretty low to keep doing that. Should have the ammo to finish it from here.
Nice. Alright. Kev having a little bit of frustration here with a green gate glitch.
Yeah, running at the gate gives you an extra frame for the shot to work. Probably the idea behind that room reset.
Yeah, sometimes it helps to mentally reset too, because green gate glitch is definitely one of those tricks where you can psych yourself into losing the timing.
The worst thing is if you get used to the wrong timing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh
That's not good.
no!
No, I don't really agree with that reset point. I could just go in the door and get the 2 checks.
Yeah, I'm a little bit confused, honestly. Maybe Kev just remembered the Varia tweaks, but... No, I'm a bit confused.
But going to Croc is still a good play.
Yeah.
The only problem is it's after investing all this time into Meridia and Lower Norfair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, meanwhile, Cemo's getting in just
Just rolling into this wall. No reason.
yeah.
Oh, secret tunnel.
Yeah, a couple extra checks in. Maybe hoping to find speed booster plasma still. Either one would save a fair chunk of time.
Yeah, super is still welcome.
Mm-hmm.
But speed booster, plasma, even space jump. That's 2 items in west and 2 items in east.
Yeah, Cemo's even going to... Oh, screw attack. Not very helpful. Cemo's going to go as far as... Oh, they're just farming. Okay, I was going to say... I wouldn't agree with a snail clip here. But yeah, farming so you can kill Botwoon maybe a bit faster.
I feel like it wasn't faster to take the farm. Not when you have charge. But it comes back to mini Kraid. Could have got easy supers there.
Yeah. Maybe it's the thought that, like, you know, if Botwoon doesn't give you good drops, you're still doing the farm anyway. just after the bot's wound. Kevnastics, I think, took a little bit too long in setting up for this. So you can actually
double hit.
Yeah, you can group those bottom two pirates together and hit both of them with a single super missile.
It's a great way to save ammo in this room. You also
And
like
while
to
I was
use missiles on the pirates, so supers.
And while I was looking at Kev doing Richie, cemo already finished bot's wound.
High jump and spring ball, you can just spring ball bounce off the crumbles. Get out of Mickey Mouse.
Wow, that was really good from Kev. Unmorph shot, remorph, spring ball jump.
Certainly a tricky thing to go for.
Alright, cemo is more than prepared for Fantoon here. Then at this point, it's pretty much run the rest of the game as though you were running new route to get to Turian. Cemo's gonna have to gravity jump to get out of Meridia the top way. But that's still faster. And ship is en route, so certainly here you would take the ship refill.
Absolutely. Go on every piece of ammo going into Torian. Nice. Nice Doppler there. Lots of missiles there.
Yep, should be just a solid 3-round. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Fortunately, cemo got the fast eye close there on a really obnoxious flame pattern. Cleans it up just a little bit later, though.
The fourth boss down for cemo. Only has to head to first the ship for a refill, and then Torian after that. Finish out the seed.
I always like when you get that deboost in Reverse Coliseum.
Yeah, these deboosts are a little bit interesting. Like you want to change the height of your deboost, go higher or farther, and also how you land on the sand. You can fall through the sand if you turn around badly off of deboost.
Yeah, most people aren't going to be used to doing them without a spring, but with high jump, or excuse me, without speed, but with high jump.
But it is a room you go through many times while playing Randomizer Seeds. I think Kevnastics entered Ridley a couple super short of full. So I'm gonna have to add in charge shots.
Yeah, still full on health so far, so plenty of wiggle room.
It got through the slower part, but as the fight goes on, Ridley gets more enraged and it gets more out of control.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely had fights where I do the first half perfectly, and then the second half I've lost 200 and with like 2 charge shots to show for it. Decimo. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what's happening to Kev right now, though. Should be fine, though. Ridley should almost be dead.
It's just a reason why some people would save supers to finish off Ridley, so put the damage in early.
Mm-hmm.
And we are getting that wave beam skip, cemo side.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, like in any percent, I do tend to put off the supers until the red phase, and I think most runners do the same.
Also helps with counting,
Mm-hmm.
because this beam damage is pretty weird.
Oh, Kev. Oh my
Does
goodness.
manage the grab.
Ridley's tail played nice. Yeah, there's no reason for cemo to take wave here. It would not save time.
cemo has the ammo to finish half of Mother Brain 2.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's
just
normally 100 shots, and then half of that be 50. So it's still 50 shots.
Mm-hmm. Certainly cemo has done worse, but it doesn't mean they're not going to wait around for drops here. Nice M2.
Metroid rooms going as good as they can with the items that they've got.
Yeah. And to answer chat, baby skip is not ideal here. cemo will get will go for baby skip here. Most runners would not without speed though.
I feel like it's trendy now to learn it without speed.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure cemo's the one who started that. Oh.
Yeah, that second jump's the hardest,
Mm-hmm.
because that's where it's different from when you have speed.
Right. I like Kev farming these pirates.
Oh, yes. Kev has to be a little careful leaving through the key hunters. Very easy to die on this much health in this area.
Yeah, I totally understand going back to farm these guys again.
Me too.
And they do have really good drops. Like in PKRD, I farm these guys to get supers and a little bit of extra health because I don't do Ridley tank.
I think when I'm playing these, I prefer to farm the bugs for a crystal flash instead of getting just the full health off these enemies here.
Yeah, that makes sense. If I had grapple, I would prefer the bug farm.
Yeah, it just doesn't have great weapons for killing any of the enemies down here.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, being able to do LN without... Oh, yeah, that's it. There's really nothing Kev can do here.
Can't get back down, but then like, what do you do from here?
Yeah, like, going into this save point doesn't really save you. But yeah, and then this goes into what I was saying. Being able to do LN with very few items is super helpful. And it does look, unfortunately, looks like Kevnastics has forfeited from the race and is here with us now. GG, really rough.
Well, that's not unfortunate. I'm thrilled to have forfeited. I didn't want to stay another second in that seed if I had to. I said to cemo, I'm like, dude, are you done yet? I'm so ready to be done with this crap.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
ending as it started. Is what we're seeing here.
So, yeah, I talked to cemo about it a little bit. I had no illusions about my chances of beating cemo, but I'm good enough. I could have put up a much better fight. I just don't understand why I couldn't wrap my head around the seed. And then cemo had told me that he did a spring ball jump out of GT, and honestly, I would have fought GT and I would have checked the item if I had remembered that. But by that point, I don't think it would have mattered because I had already gone through Meridia, and you know, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything right in that seed at all. I'm very embarrassed.
Yeah, I mean, I think you definitely made some very reasonable plays.
I appreciate that. It's very rare I get like that, just absolutely embarrassed. It's a little frustrating, but you know, to be honest, I'm really happy for cemo. I'm a big fan. I know cemo's going to face the winner of Sloters and Farfaloo, and I'm a big fan of theirs as well. And this has been an incredible tournament. I went much further in the tournament than I felt like I had any right to, and I actually feel like I improved quite a significant bit in the last year. So, like, today sucked really bad, but I had a great tournament run, and I felt like I was just playing with house money. And I got to be honest, I'm going to be a little excited to finally get back to all the vanilla Super Metroid I've been putting off for 2 months. You know, I mean, you know, I think I have to consider myself at least a part-time rando player now. I can't say I'm trash at rando anymore. I mean, I made the top 16. So I'm really happy about that. And thank you, Aussie and Glove, for doing comms. I really can't wait to hear it back. You know, I'm not going to pay attention to my race. I'm just going to learn from some experts. And, you know, I get a chance to spectate. So I'm hoping I get a chance to do some comms. And thanks to the Hockey Towner for doing tracking, and Sigma for the restream. I think cemo said he was going to join us. I'm sorry, said they were going to join us. I don't see them yet in the race room. I know they were going to go and get a drink of water. But like the first seed, what was the major? That's the one I care about because my movement was garbage. I didn't really play very well, but I don't think I routed poorly either. I just feel like cemo out executioned me and probably did less checks than I did.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. There were a couple checks you did that cemo didn't, but a lot of it did come down to execution.
Yeah, I'm fine losing a race to execution. That doesn't bother me because I felt like I kept good track of my routes. I didn't really have a lot of backtracking. I didn't get lost. You know, I knew where everything was and where I needed to go, so I felt really good about that. And I had a feeling like, I'm like, all right, this seat is just a little bit too free, and I'm not playing very well, so I think cemo's gonna beat me there. So it's all right. I mean, it happens.
Right, so in the first seed, cemo went straight to like where the items before, whereas you went up to criteria, cleaned that up,
Uh,
so just ended up having a faster route.
yeah, that's okay. I don't have too much to say. I was hoping to hang around until cemo is up, but on the bright side, even though we started late, we don't have to worry about running overtime for the for the next set of races. Trying to find the silver lining.
Yeah,
I
I
guess.
mean,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry. I think you definitely have a lot to be proud of. Like you said, I would agree you've improved a lot. Uh, not only at Super Metroid in general, but at Rando since Rando League. And making top 16, no joke at all. So, absolutely congrats on a great tournament run. And GG's to cemo, who does finish in first place and take the series overall with an official racetime.gg time of 1 hour, 4 minutes, and 39 seconds. And cemo has joined the commentary booth now. GG's.
Thanks, Glove. I feel pretty good about the races in general. I feel bad that Kev didn't seem to have the best time about it. I know that he kind of worked hard to make it to the top 16 bracket, so I understand how it can be a little bit disappointing if you don't feel like you performed like you could have. I know he's a competitive guy, did competitive gymnastics, so there's probably
Very true.
so there's probably some pride there in being able to perform.
Yeah, I'm just really thankful, cemo. I really am. I mean, I figured you'd win. I just wish I put up a little bit better fight. To everybody's credit in this, I practice harder for this tournament than any other tournament I've ever been in, and y'all know me well enough that vanilla's more my thing. But I gotta say, throughout the course of the tournament, I have to rescind. I do not hate area rando anymore. I know I had a rough time today, but I really enjoy all the settings we had throughout the races. Playing the seeds have been a lot of fun. It's been fun sharing information. It's been fun, keeping an eye on the chat and how the tourney's going. And I watch a lot of Super Metroid, past races, past tournaments. And this is one of the most exciting, most fun tournaments, not only that I've been a part of, but that I've seen. So, real quick, I mean, if y'all want to talk to cemo, cemo, if you want to say a little bit, I really do want to get running. But can I just take a moment and thank all the racers that I got a chance to race with? So, because I'd like to thank Yuzuriha, was my first opponent, and Megu, and Thornito, Saffron, Glove, Apathy Duck. I feel like I'm missing one, and I feel so bad. Oh, let me go in my head. I'm trying to count which races I had. I don't want to take up too much time because I just say so much. But thanks to all my opponents. It was really great racing every one of you. Oh, and Tillamorph. I'm sorry, Tilly. How could we forget Tilly? So Tilly and Saffron both took me down. But I'm gonna get going. And cemo, best of luck to you in the upcoming races. And Aussie Glove, thank you so much. Hockey, thanks so much. Sigma. I really need to eat and mourn just a little bit. Actually, I'll listen to cemo for a little bit. I won't just go right away. All right, sorry. Go ahead, cemo.
GG's, Kev. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I got to play you. I don't think we've raced in a rando setting before. Last time we raced was one of the staggered showcase races where I died for an hour to Ridley.
I want to put on the record, just for the record, I beat cemo in an RBO race. Okay, I'm just gonna say. So he got back at me with a vengeance. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with that one. The first seed was the start was really, really weird. I never had a Chozo light area seed start like that before. Like there was late power bombs, and then you have to go through like it gives you high jump boots to go through Meridia to get to norfair to get bombs to come back to get all the stuff.
That was crazy. I actually had fun with that seed. I'm not gonna lie. I had a little bit of fun with that seed.
I
It was
felt a bit
confusing.
bad because the first thing I did was spore spawn, and that was just
Oh wow!
laser beam.
I didn't even think of that. That was kind of a cool play.
It seemed reasonable at the time, but
What did Spore Spawn have?
Spazer, it was very
Oh,
useful.
Spazer. So you got soft locked? No, we had bombs at that point. Sorry.
Well,
Yeah.
I didn't have bombs yet, so like I checked behind spore spawn to see if it was bombs or power bombs because it seemed pretty likely at the time, but then
Yeah.
it wasn't. So I had saved right before though, so you just reset, go back, go red tower through Meridia, carefully avoid death crabs.
That was scary, dude. When you told me in the chat that you were scared you were gonna die from crabs, like I was terrified.
I hadn't saved. Well, I guess I saved it spore spawn, but it's still like a real far way to go back if you die there.
Right. Glove, didn't our race have a first pack of something at Spore Spawn? I think it was power bombs.
Oh god, I don't remember.
It was our week 6 race.
Yeah, I ran that race after I had just finished spending like 20 hours in the car. I was literally home for like 2 hours. I had enough time to set up my SNES. I was dead tired. I remember that. Power bombs were somewhere weird though.
I'm pretty sure it was Spore Spawn. I think we ended up finding bombs at some stupid location like Wave Beam, and then we went like all over town, and then ended up at Spore Spawn. Like when you watch, if you go back and watch that race, we picked up power bombs like within a minute or 30 seconds of one another.
Mm-hmm.
So Cemo, what did you do with this last seed? Like you told me Gravity was at GT, but when did you go to Lower Norfair? Probably when I should have, because I found Dragon at Kraid, and I'm like, well, I can't do this fight. And then I found stuff that was telling me Suitless Meridia, but I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to get up Everest, and I don't think Crab Climb is in logic. And I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't know where to go. I got so lost.
Yeah, I did kind of have a feeling that maybe it would be in like Mama Turtle or something, but generally I just kind of prioritize getting back to Lower Norfair and finishing that out. And there was like one major down there. So after I killed Kraid and the wrecked ship and got the spring ball, I just went immediately back down towards LN, and I hadn't fully cleared out Norfair yet either, so I didn't have the high jump boots. I was a little bit worried it was going to end up being Gravity there, and then it was just high jump boots. So I was like, well, okay, this is fine.
I was so hoping that Gravity Suit was at Ridley. Like I went in with I didn't even bother farming the full supers. I'm just like, and then I almost died. I think I killed Ridley with like 35 energy left because I miscounted my Spazer shots. And I think I only had like 4 E-tanks. I hate doing. Anyways, I'm like, please let Gravity be here. I was like, there's one more major. The only things I haven't checked were GT, like GT supers and the GT missile, then it was missiles, and I was so mad. I don't know if my camera was on the whole time. I was trying not to mouth any F-bombs like while I was playing.
I know for these Lower Norfair starts, if there's like a major left, I'm kind of waiting until I can do GT when I come back.
Yeah.
Because like there's just a really high likelihood the items over there compared to the like 2 things that are left on the right side.
I was just hoping it was going to be anywhere else. Like I checked every major, and I had to laugh because I'm pretty sure when you and I were talking about this, we were like, yeah, I hope we don't get a Lower Norfair start. And as soon as I hit start game and I saw it, I just typed in the chat, LOL. You got to be like, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. I knew we were going to be
I was like, Lower Norfair. You start with the ice beam. I hope we don't get that. We didn't start with the ice beam. We started with Spazer. It's like 10 or 20 less shots per key hunt.
I know, at that point, what's the difference? But anyways, you know what? I'm actually feeling a little bit better talking to you. You know, it's I'm really glad I've gotten to know all of you through doing all of this, and I look forward to watching your tournament matches. I hope I get to do some commentary in the playoffs. I want to thank everybody who just supported me and said nice things about me all throughout. And you know, I'll see y'all on the Discord, and I'm looking forward to getting back to some vanilla, improve some times.
Yeah, join the 80% tournament.
I'm strongly considering Glove, but you know my 80% time. I have a sub 50, but it's more like a meme. I play 80% like once every 3 months. So we'll see. We'll see.
Better get grinding for it.
Maybe I can get a 48 if I care. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, regardless of what you do, absolutely best of luck in the future of your Super Metroid career. And, you know, once again, GG's on making top 16.
Thank you, Glove. And see y'all next mission.
All right. Yeah. Anything else from you, Cemo?
I guess I just want to thank you folks for doing the commentary and the tracking. Glove, Aussie, the Hockey Tower.
Yeah,
so we wouldn't be able to do this without you. And I always appreciate getting restreams. It's always a lot of fun for me. I like to watch them back and see what the chat says, see what commentary says. You know, I'm going to watch it back and see my CWJ, and nobody's going to care about it because, like, Kev was doing something else, and that's fine.
We pointed it out. I think, I'm trying to remember, I think you might have gotten, like, a foosball or something that I didn't quite catch. Because Kev was fighting Ridley.
I went for the foosball, but I didn't get it. I was pretty disappointed. Wow. It's pretty disappointing to not get the foosball.
It's true. But yeah, you know, GG, best of luck beating, I believe you have the winner of Farfaloo and Sloters up next, so...
I mean, I beat Sloters. I beat Sloters already, so, you know, it's easy, right? Done it once.
Yeah, just get the twofer.
I'm scared for my upcoming match, but it should be fun.
Yeah, definitely no free wins here. So absolutely best of luck. I'll be rooting for you.
Thank you, Glove. I appreciate it.
All right. Any closing thoughts, Aussie?
Just thanks to the runners. GG's for making it 2 playoffs and then putting on a nice race for us with these modes that maybe you're prepared for, maybe not. Just part of how this format is, and we'll see how you do going forward. Good luck with your next race. Speaking of other races, there's one going on now on SpeedGaming 2 with Metroid MST and Zeb. So you can hop over to that and catch up on how they're doing. And then overnight is Diddy versus Nevdy. And finally, we're going to pick up tomorrow at noon with Farfaloo and Slutters. So tune in for those. Busy weekend for the playoff races. All covered by SpeedGaming. And this has been Multi-Category Tournament 2022. I've been Aussie. Glove's been with me, and Hockey Tanner. Always a pleasure to have here. So, good night.
Awesome. Yep. Be sure to follow both of the runners. Go follow Kevnastics and go follow Cemo Rocks. Follow the broadcast team as well, if you would be so kind. Aussie and Glove on comms, and Hockey Towner on tracking. And we'll see you all next mission.